What's good, YouTube? Man, we have a little under a week before we see the first official news slash gameplay for NBA 2K26. And with that being said, I want to give you guys a few nuggets of information before we hop into that. A lot of you guys have been seeing different news from different sources, creators, whatever the case may be. I just want to give you guys some information that you should take to heart because at the end of the day, you guys consume information, especially for people who are watching me or for people that watch different creators for their news updates. Make sure you're actually validating your sources because I've seen so many times this year in this news cycle alone where people are just falling for the craziest statements slash confirmed quote unquote news for NBA 2K26. Stop listening to some of these sources, quote unquote, that are telling you guys stuff that just does not make any sense. For example, I seen a TikTok the other day about builds being $20 or RNG being completely removed from the game. Like, these are not actual statements or actual facts confirmed for NBA 2K26. First of all, why would 2K even consider lowering the prices of builds? Like, let's use our heads here. A lot of you guys just fall for some of the craziest things, but let's use our heads. That would never happen for NBA 2K. Like, they would lose so much money, and they know people are gonna buy builds. Like, let's use common sense here. And second, like RNG being removed from the game, like I talked about this in another video. Like, that's not gonna happen. First of all, RNG necessarily is not a bad thing. RNG actually provides a skill gap, and also it provides a fairness to gameplay across the board. It's not fair for people to be shooting 80-90% from three when that's just not realistic. Like, obviously, if you know your jump shot, you time your jump shot, you've been using the same jump shot all year, obviously you should have a significant advantage on whether or not you green a jump shot. However, there should be a point in time in the game where when you miss. Like, it's inevitable. Steph Curry misses. Some of the best shooters that have ever shot the basketball miss occasionally. So with that being said, like, RNG is not necessarily a bad thing. However, this year, obviously, with RNG being the way it was and jump shooting, rhythm shooting, everything in the shooting mechanics, stuff like that, obviously that was a very big issue. And a lot of community came together and actually made that very known to 2K. So going into 2K26, I'm actually very hopeful that we won't see anything like that again, because obviously it was a trial and error, and it definitely was an error. But getting back to the news, let's get back to the main subject, back to the news. So next week, we're a little under a week away from actually getting some gameplay that we'll be able to break down. Hopefully in that gameplay, last year they didn't really do the greatest of job of showing us, like, actual gameplay footage. There's a little bit of play now here and there, but hopefully we actually be able to see the breakdown of dribbling. We'll be able to actually see how fast the gameplay is, because that's going to be a determining factor on whether 2K26 is good or not. Contrary to popular belief, like, gameplay is the make or break of NBA 2K. So going into 2K26, hopefully we have a better gameplay system where dribbling, bigger guards are able to do different things, animations are getting unlocked earlier. We get to see how fast the game speed is, because at the end of the day, this is a video game. Like, a lot of us just want to hop on a game, have fun. Realism is cool to a certain extent. There should only be realism in a couple of things. I actually heard Cole the Man say something that I actually really agreed with. Like, the things that we should actually see realism in is our jump shots. Like, jump shots is a good way to represent realism in basketball. And another thing would be fading animations. Like, I should be able to go in, equip Kobe Bryant's fade animation, and it actually looked like Kobe Bryant. Like, I was seeing him watch, and play NBA 2K14. And I just actually got done playing NBA 2K17 the other day. And it's like, bro, those fade animations that you see, those jump shot animations, actually look like the characters that you're using. So, like, I don't know where the pro play comes in to where it's not looking as similar to the player, but like, we had that in older 2Ks. Not to mention, like, the game speed and all that is a huge factor on whether or not we have fun on the game. Like, it just needs somewhere in the gameplay, like, it needs to be adjusted back to where, may not necessarily be where we used to be, but we need to actually have some visual representation of, actual players' jump shots and stuff like that versus what we got now. And while I still have gameplay on my mind, like, I don't know why this was ever taken out. And I guess I shouldn't really say I don't know why. I kind of understand the reason, but like, it's just not a good enough reason to take this portion of the game out of the game. Like instant green animations is so pivotal to the amount of fun and the amount of enjoyment you receive from greening a jump shot. Like I understand that, there was issues with people leaking out early. It doesn't seem realistic, but like at the end of the day, like the actual feel and the satisfaction that you get from greening a jump shot, and you get your instant green animation and you get your instant celebration, like for me, that is what's always made 2K unique, and it made 2K actually special. Like it made knowing your jump shot one of the best feelings in the world. It's almost like playing Call of Duty and you figure out how to snipe for the first time, or like you figure out, how to hit a shot from a long distance. Like it's so satisfying knowing or hearing that sound in the back of the gun. You know what I'm saying? Like pow pow. Like you feel what I'm saying? Like you get that satisfaction from hearing that noise. It's the same thing in 2K. Like people get instant gratification for greening and knowing their jump shot when they see that green animation or that instant green success. Like it's just one of those things that we gotta have back in NBA 2K26. And I know like they kind of adjusted it to where now it's a little bit more delayed, but like first of all, you'll get like stuck in green animations. Like I don't know if you ever seen that, like, but like it'll stick you into a green animation. If you shoot a jump shot, you green it, the little green animation will pop up a few seconds later, and then you'll just be stuck. You can't even get back on defense. Like the whole delayed green animation thing is just, I don't think it's one of those things that we should keep in the game. Like I said, instant green animations needs to make a return at some point. Hopefully it's for NBA 2K26. And if they haven't heard our voices loud enough for this game, hopefully we can make a change for when 2K27 comes out. Because like I said, instant green animations is something that all of the community has unanimously said they want to see back in NBA 2K. So hopefully they bring that back, man. Now, with all that being said, man, like I said, we got gameplay powered by Pro Play on the week of August 28th. That does not mean that the actual news or information is going to drop on the 28th itself. I think it's actually going to be dropping on the 29th, because normally 2K likes to drop news on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I'm actually excited to see what they produce as far as gameplay goes, and what they'll actually be able to show us next week. So with that being said, man, do me a favor. If you guys want to stay updated on the news, make sure you like this video. Comment down below what you're most excited to see about the gameplay coming up next week. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and turn on post notifications so you guys do not miss any news for NBA 2K26. I'm going to present it every single time I get a piece of news from 2K. It'll be dropping right here on this channel, man. So make sure you guys are locked in. Take care of your families. Take care of yourself. Much love. Peace. And I'm out.